Chris,
Yes.
what's happening?
Hey, man.
I am really excited about this call. I'm looking forward to potentially getting some design from you. I don't even know what that means, but our logo probably needs some work, I think. And we have these sunglasses, right? And these are going to be in a lot of places. Nordstrom's is going to be carrying these. We're going global. A lot of online sales is happening right now. And we kind of want to take over with this new logo, really shake up the sunglasses world.
Sounds like you got a lot going on.
We
here.
do. We're growing fast.
Okay.
This place is booming.
All right. Usually when people approach me, they tell me what they want, and most of the times they're right. But what I want to do is take a half step back and say something has changed in your life to warrant this kind of conversation. It's either something's going really well or something's not going well. Is it one of these two things or something totally different?
Yeah, we just fired our other design firm.
Fudge.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't like them.
All right.
They weren't responding to our emails
really
quick
slow.
enough. Real slow people. We need this logo by the end of the month, and we're at June 2nd right now. So we need it by the end of the month. Do you think that's like a doable timeline to get this back to us?
Okay, so let me first just understand before I answer that question.
Okay.
It sounds like you're a fast-moving company. I don't know that much about you. I apologize. And you need a responsive player to make sure they're moving as quickly as you.
Exactly.
But before we even get into that, what is the motivation, the reason why you are trying to change the logo or to change whatever it is that you're changing?
We just got into Nordstrom, as he mentioned.
Okay, you got a deal in Nordstrom.
We got a deal in Nordstrom.
Perfect.
And I feel like people used to view the branding as like cheaper. Like it wasn't as good. The logo wasn't as good. And
Good to know.
Nordstrom, because there's a lot of variety, right? You can get cheap-ish at Nordstrom, but not really. It's all pretty nice. We want to be on the nicer end of the Nordstrom sunglasses that you'll see once you're walking through the department store.
Perfect. You got a big deal at Nordstrom. Did they comment on the necessity for you to move up or down market or position?
They didn't say anything. They just said keep selling the sunglasses.
Okay. So the product doesn't change. You're for whatever reason decided you want a different logo.
Yeah.
Couple of quick questions. What's the price point? Like what's the consumer price point retail?
$150 retail. We're changing it now. $200 retail.
Okay. Just like that.
Live call.
Yeah, live call on the call.
We move fast. We move fast.
I told you we move quick, dude.
Proof is in the pudding right here. $200. Okay. I'm not that familiar with the sunglass market. Where does that put you? Who are the competitors slightly above you and below you?
Above us is like we got Tom Ford, we got Dolce & Gabbana. Those guys are sitting at like $350, $400
And more, I think.
Yeah,
Ray-Ban's a little above us.
Yeah, Ray-Ban's is a little below us, Chase.
Oh, really?
Below.
Chase is not on the marketing
Clearly.
side of things.
No.
It's just more design and logo based.
I'm just here for the vibes.
He might need to be fired.
Yeah, if you move fast, prove it.
Okay.
Yeah, so about $200 is the price
So
point. So
above-
we're sitting right in the middle. I feel like of the cheaper ones are in the $75 to $100, and we're sitting below the biggest designer brands, the Dior's, all those. But we want to be able to play ball. We want people to be able to afford our glasses that can't maybe buy the Dior's and kind of sit with us in a premier brand.
Okay. This might be a weird question.
Okay.
And if it is, just say next question. Do you see yourself as a higher end Ray-Ban or like top of the Ray-Ban category or an affordable version of the Tom Fords, the Dior's, and the Dolce & Gabbana's?
What do you think?
I always thought of us as a high-end Ray-Ban.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I think that's probably appropriate.
Yeah, let's play with that.
Okay. So you want a logo, and I would be happy to help you with your logo and whatever other design needs you have. But before we get into that, if you didn't change the logo, would it do anything to your business? Like, would it have any adverse effect? Or is this a pure like aesthetic play, or do you think it's actually going to move the needle for you?
I think it might move the needle for us. And I think it is bigger on the aesthetic play, but I think there is a possibility that it could move the needle. Maybe 10% in gross sales is what I'm hoping.
So you think changing the logo could improve, but 10% is a lot to risk to change. Like, I don't know, you guys might want to talk about this, but, and don't get me wrong. If you want to force money down my, into my bank account, I'll take it. But I want to make sure what I do is actually going to be valuable to you. Lots of people ask this new website, new logos. And once we get deeper into the business, we learn that this is actually not a good play for them. So if you change your logo, I think you risk, and you know this, confusion in the marketplace. Lots of people are attached to an emotional feeling in terms of the logo, what it means to them. And if you're thinking it's only going to move 10%, is it worth it? And that's a decision you guys have to make. What's your gut telling you right now?
I think we want to go with Chris. I really do. I think that his design and his firm is going to take us to that next level.
That's what we need, dude.
Yeah.
For Shady Boys Inc.
I haven't even sold you yet, and you're going with it.
I think just hearing what he's saying, I'm bought in. I'm fully.
Well,
I'm
it
bought
seems
in.
like he cares about us.
Yeah, it
you
seems
know?
like he does care. He's trying not to just sell it to me off the bat. This is a wall right here. Chris can't hear this conversation. This part.
I was on mute the whole time.
You were on
I got
mute. You were
Yeah,
on mute.
yeah.
I do think that this guy is someone that we want to go with. I think he can
Right.
help us out a lot.
We gotta make sure that
the
logo
price
moves
point.
the needle a little bit
and I
more.
think the price point. Like, let's see what his price is at, and let's go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, we're back.
Yeah.
Sorry for the brief interruption.
dog was
worries.
barking.
Take your time.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back on the 10%. And I do believe that this change could be a 20-ish% increase in sales for us. I think that having us in Nordstrom's and having a more premier feel to our brand is what is going to push it. That's what we're thinking from the internal team.
Super. Thanks for entertaining that idea for me. Does Nordstrom have any say in this at all? Because I know sometimes these big retailers, they want input on the packaging and the design of the logo. They said, just let's go.
We have freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
Yeah.
Would you care to get their opinion at all?
No,
Is that a good idea?
probably not.
I mean, okay, sorry. Let's just back up a little
Okay.
bit. How big is this order for? How many units are you selling to them?
See, now he's getting into the units.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to sell.
Is that under mute?
No.
No, you were talking loudly to me too. I
Yeah,
can
he
hear that.
wants to hear the units, and that's an understandable question because
We do sell units.
We sell units. 100,000 units at $200 a pop.
Yep.
Yeah, so
how many they bought.
Your wholesale price would be 100.
No. That our wholesale price is $100.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
To
talking
Nordstrom's.
about $100,000. No,
I think it's more.
no, it's $1 million.
It's a
$1 million
$1
deal.
million deal.
Yeah, it's $1 million deal.
Damn, dude, see, he's getting into these numbers.
We're getting
Fudge.
rich, dude.
It's
Oh God, he's gonna charge.
it's
us a lot.
super. I can hear you, by the way.
I know.
You're
I
not
know.
on mute.
No, I know.
It's a
I'm
strategy.
Look, the way I like to work with my clients is to make sure we're making good business decisions, because at the end of the day, you can hire lots of designers to make your stuff. I feel like it would be irresponsible. And it's unfortunate what happens with a lot of creative people. They're so hungry to get the business that later on you're like, wait, we just effed up our entire business. This is $1 million deal that went bad because we're making poor decisions. Here's my recommendation. Whoever you wind up working with, whether it's me or anybody else, I would say quickly do some mock-ups and tests and get it in front of customers and run surveys or interviews, and then get it in front of Nordstrom's as well to say, we're in the middle of rebranding. I know you trust us, but we want to get your input on this. At least get them bought in on this. So you need their backing, because if they think it stinks, they're not going to push your product.
Okay.
So I think some part of the plan has to be like that.
I'm done.
You're done with that?
I'm into that. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a great call. And I was originally going to say no to Nordstrom's being a part of this, but I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring them in.
Yeah,
So
bring him in.
happy.
Bring him
Okay.
into this convo.
Aside from price, what else do you need to know about me or our firm for you to make a decision either to go with us or to go with someone else? Anything else we need to talk
Price is the biggest one.
about? Okay, let's talk about price. So you're talking about $1 million initiative here that could grow into something else. What are you guys setting aside for budget here?
10% of gross sale or of net sales.
Of net sales. So what is your net margin on $1
this
million
on
of
this
sales?
million?
Yeah.
500,000.
500. So you're saying 50K? Mm-hmm. Okay.
For
Tell
this
me-
initial
yeah,
first test
yeah.
project, because I want to grow with you. I want to have you guys as my design
packaging.
Yeah, I want to have you guys do my design. You guys are gonna be my design of record.
Okay.
My design agency on record.
I wish I had $1 every time somebody told me that. I'd be $5 richer. Okay. So there's a logo.
Yep.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
That's really it. That's it.
Packaging
Chris.
is fine.
You think we do the packaging as well?
No, I think for now we leave it. It's just black. you
Okay,
know?
it's pretty sleek.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
pretty sleek
Sleek.
and simple. But
Okay.
maybe down the we kill this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really need. I think that 50,000 is kind of where I'm sitting.
Okay.
Can they get the job done?
All right. So just a few other things before I say yes or no here. So the logo is applied to the sunglasses.
Yes.
And it's applied to the packaging, to the website. Any other unusual application I need to know about, because sometimes that will impact how we design the logo.
There is like a little display at Nordstrom.
Okay, point of sale display?
Yeah, it's kind of
Perfect.
It's kind of oval shaped.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see a problem there. Okay. I think I can work with you guys in your budget. I get a really good vibe from you guys. Yeah, I think I can make this work for $50K.
Chris, let's go.
Dude, we're working together.
Done deal.
This is really interesting, and I love how you got it out of us, but you asked about the unit price and how many we were going to sell, and I don't think enough people talk about that. They just immediately go into these we have a lot of filmmakers and photographers that listen to our pod, not as many designers, but they'll go into these calls and they might be making a video that has $1 million impact, or like they don't ask the question. This is say it's an internal video, right? A lot of them won't say, hey, what's the investment for these people that you're showing to internally? Oh, if we lock them in, it's $1 million. It's like, okay, well, how many people do you lock in a year? They don't go that extra mile, and I appreciate how slow you were, and I'm going to take that into my calls because I didn't feel sold to it all. I wanted to give you the damn money. I'm like, I felt it. I want to give it. You did. No, I really did, and it felt like you cared, and you took a step back, and I think that's something that a lot of you can take into your sales cycle. It shouldn't feel like you're trying to sell them, and I didn't feel sold to it all. I wanted to give you the money, really, the work speaks for itself, and you get a vibe of them on the phone, and I'm like, man, these guys aren't trying to take advantage of me. They want to help my business grow, and they care about it. Like, I was going to tell Nordstrom to F off, but if he didn't say that, we weren't going to go talk to Nordstrom's. They'd probably be upset at us.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
The role of the designer is not to make you stuff, is to make sure your business objectives are met through the language of design. And the way that we show our expertise and the way we add value to the conversation is to be able to speak the language of business. So you have blind spots. You're like, go, 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 go. Well, does it matter? Should we do this? What if your partners freak the F out? Because this does happen, and I have enough experience. So I would tell people, how do you prove that you're an experienced creative person? And they're like, well, my portfolio, awards, press, what? I'm like, no, the quality of the questions that you ask. A young person, if you were to talk to my son, who's a designer too, he'd be like, I'm ready to go. You want black, white, purple? You want cartoons, or you want typeface? He's ready into the execution mode because he doesn't have that knowledge. He doesn't know what a double keystone is. He doesn't know the difference between retail, net, and gross sales are. And he can't talk to you about that. So in that instance, you're like, we're the business people, that's the creative. We just tell the creative what to do. But what I need to do is establish, like, I am the creative person, but I bring a certain knowledge about industry and things that is value add. In that way, I allow you guys to decide, he's a partner. How could we decide to work with anybody else but him? Because the other monkeys are just going to do what we tell them to do.